LifeLab was founded on the idea that a school garden, when used well, can be a vibrant context for bringing learning to life. Let me give you some examples. When we teach botany at LifeLab, we work with students to harvest various plant parts: roots, stems, leaves, flowers, fruits, and seeds. Then they make a 6-plant part snack, and we guide them to use specific adjectives to describe the tastes. By the end of the lesson, students have gained a memorable hands-on experience with a new scientific concept. They've enjoyed a healthy snack, and they've gained valuable experience with English Language Arts Standard 2L5A, which asks students to identify real-life connections between words and their use. In fact, the standard even says, for example, describe foods that are spicy. As a former middle school science teacher, I was especially excited to see that the Common Core Language Arts Standards have an entire section devoted to speaking and listening, skills that students really need for success later in life. As teachers know, kids, and adults too, are much more eager to speak and listen when they actually have something to say. In a garden, we often see our English language learners or our shy students come out of their shells to share when they've found a worm or a spider web or a tiny baby plant poking through the soil. By facilitating group discussions after such meaningful hands-on experiences, we're able to support students in engaging effectively in a range of collaborative discussions with diverse partners, as is suggested for all elementary grades in the Common Core English Language Arts Standards. The garden is full of opportunities to practice and apply students' emerging math skills as well. As students experiment with planting seeds at different depths, for example, they practice estimation and measurement. When they graph the growth of plants in beds that receive different treatments, they're able to extend beyond measuring and practice line plots and bar graphs, again, in a context that matters to them. As George Washington Carver once said, a real bug found eating on the child's cabbage plant in his little garden will be taken up with a vengeance in his composition class. He would much prefer to spell the real living radish in the garden than the lifeless radish in the book. He would much prefer to figure out the profit of the onions sold from his garden than those sold by some John Jones of Philadelphia. And of course, a garden is an outstanding context for teaching science. We were thrilled to see the overlap between LifeLab garden activities and Next Generation Science Standards. In a garden, students begin to grasp the real meaning of scientific concepts like photosynthesis, nutrient cycling, seasonal changes, structure and function, and interdependence. By participating in the garden, they can gain meaningful experiences with the science and engineering practices outlined in the Next Generation Science Standards, as they ask questions, plan and conduct investigations, and solve real-world problems in the garden, which serves as their own microcosm for the larger world. Knowing firsthand the inspiration that kids find out in the garden, and the challenges that educators often face when trying to incorporate a garden into the school day, here at LifeLab, we're happy to provide a database that connects growing classroom lessons with Common Core Language Arts and Math and Next Generation Science Standards. We've been bringing learning to life in gardens for over 30 years, and we're passionate about helping others do the same.